Hello. In this video, I'm going to show you how much time it takes to receive a purchase order line using Fusion applications and using simplified loader templates. At the same time, I'm also going to show you the details that are shown in the application screen for a user to take a proper decision on what purchase order lines they should be receiving, and as compared to what details are shown in the in simplified loader templates to do the receiving. uh, so basically, as a scenario, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do partial receiving on 3 purchase order lines or distribution using application, and then I'll do 3 purchase order line uh, receiving using simplified loader template. And before and after, basically, when I start the activity, I'll make a note of the time, and when I end the activity, I'll make a note of the time using application and using simplified loader templates. So with that note, I'm going to first log into the application and uh, uh, start my receiving activities. Yeah. So that's my application. Now, the first thing, so I'm logged in as a project manager, and now I'm going to go and do my receiving from procurement and my receipt. Yeah. I'm going to query all the receipts that are assigned for this particular user, Amy Marlin. Yeah, so I can see that these are all the receipts that are available for Amy Marlin to receive. Yeah, and I can clearly see that that's my purchase order number. That's the item description is installation service and so on. But in this example here, this particular PO, I know that this has got multiple distribution lines, and therefore uh, the same line number is repeating multiple times. But the actual reality is that there are multiple distribution and there are multiple projects that are assigned to every distribution line, and therefore what we are seeing here is the repeat of information in in this particular view. But what this screen don't show is your purchase order, oh, sorry, your project information details. It don't show it here in this screen. Yeah. So with that in mind, I'll start doing the receiving activities. And what I'm going to do is, maybe for this particular PO, which is 163200, I'm going to receive $10 for from the first line, the one which I've highlighted. Then I'm going to do exactly the same sort of thing for the second line and the third line. Yeah. So I'm going to just receive $10 each from all these the first 3 lines on the POs. Yeah, or the results. Yeah. So to start a fresh test case and do a proper time comparison, I'm going to go back to my home screen, note the time down, and then uh, start the comparison activities. Yeah. So with here, I've got time as 5:58. Now I'm going to go into the application to my receipts, and without any time lag, I'm just going to do whatever is needed by the users to perform the action. Yeah. So I've searched for all the requisition. I scroll down. Yeah. And now I've got the purchase order lines that I want to receive. So I highlight the line, click on receive, and submit. So that way I've done, I don't know what particular distribution line I'm receiving, but I've received a distribution line here. Yeah. Yeah, I've got that receipt number. Now I'll carry on with my next line. And again, I put, oops, I put $10. Yeah, and the last one, again put $10. Yeah, so I've got all the three receipts done. Um, in my time it says 59:45. So it took us 1 minute 45 seconds to do three lines receiving using application. Now we'll do exactly the same activity using simplified loader template. Yeah. So I'm going to now log into or open simplified loader template. I'm already logged in as this user, and we'll do exactly. So basically, uh, as I said, the first thing that I'm going to do is show you all the information that is available. And once I showed you all the information, the next step would be to go and do the receiving for all these three transactions that I'm planning to compare the time against. Yeah. So first activity is not to compare the time, but just to show you what all details are here available for the users. So the I'm going to click on Get My Open POs button. So this is going to bring all the purchase order which are open for this user for receiving purposes. Yeah. So you have all your results here, and it shows you in column E, it shows you how much quantity is pending for receiving, or if it is an amount based requisition or purchase order, it shows how much amount is pending for receiving. Yeah. Likewise, it tells you who is the vendor, which I think in the application it shows as well who is the vendor. What's the site code? It tells you the site details. That's basically your purchase order number. So the purchase order number we were dealing with was 163200. Yeah. And then the line number, it also shows the shipment line number. It shows the PO distribution line number as well. So you can see that these are all the different distributions that we were dealing with. It also gives you the requisition number, the requisition line number, followed by what is the item description, followed by what's the need by date on this particular transaction. uh, and it also shows you the original quantity that was ordered for this particular transaction. So in this case, the uh, ordered quantity was 540, and just so being on this line or these three lines which we actually received $10 each. If I go back and review how much uh, I'm getting in column G, which is, so column G always tells me that how much amount is actually pending to be received. Yeah, so in this case I can clearly see that the actual amount ordered was 540, but the pending to receive is 530. Yeah, and likewise for all the other two columns as well. Yeah. So it is telling you the matching basis, and also at the same time it is giving me the project and the charge account details as well. So I can clearly see what's my project name number, what's my task name number, what is all the other details here are now mainly IDs, and we don't really need to deal with these IDs as such. This is just for the uploading purposes. We need the IDs. Yeah. So with that in mind, and also before I start the time comparison activity, I can actually just go cop. If I know the purchase order number, I can just get the detail of one purchase order by copying the PO number in this field which says PO number query only. And if I put my PO number here, highlight that record, and then click on the button get PO details. So with that, what I'm going to get is only the details for one purchase order, not everything. Yeah, right. So now I'm going to do exactly the same test case as we did in the application. And now at this stage, I'm going to start the time comparison, and basically I'm start going to watch the time now, right? So the activity or the actions that I'm going to perform is download all the requisitions, all the open purchase orders. And once I've got all the open purchase orders, then I'm going to receive $10 each from those three lines, and see how fast or quick it is to do the receiving using simplified loader templates. Yeah, right. So over here I've got 6430, let's say, and I've click on get my open purchase orders. So I've got all the PO lines. I'm going to directly navigate to the purchase order that I'm interested in, and I'm interested to receive 10 pound or $10 each. So I just override the values, and I'll highlight those three records because I'm receiving only three, and click on create receipt transaction. Yeah, and my receipt transactions are already created. It's just 30 seconds done, and we were able to create three uh, receipts in the application. So basically in 30 seconds as compared to 1 minute 45 seconds, we were able to do the three receiving transactions. Yeah. uh, so give me I'm going to pause the video for a while. I'm just going to calculate the percentages of how much time difference in terms of percentages it takes, and then I'm going to resume the video in a short while. Right. So back here, I've done some the calculation. So as we have seen on the screen, it says that it takes 1 minute 45 seconds to query and receive three purchase order lines using application. Whereas as compared to in simplified loader, when we did the same sort of receiving, it took us 0 minutes 30 seconds to create the same PO receipts, like the three partial PO receipts. Yeah. And in terms of percentages, it is basically 71.42 percentage faster to do the receiving using simplified loader template. So you can see that you see a lot of more details in simplified loader template as compared to what you see in the application. And users are more in control. They can see the need by date, they can see the project information, which I think is a very essential information when you are doing the receiving. And again, you can see all the item description and everything. Yeah. So that's all for today's session. Hope you found it useful, and I'm going to end this video now. Thank you for your time.